Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thought I'd take this opportunity, or we would take this opportunity to kind of give an introduction to our new Director of Operations here at Smoky Point. Know a lot of you already know who Chubby is, and but there's also a lot that don't know who Chubby is or have never met Chubby. So thought I'd give this opportunity to Chubby to kind of come in and introduce himself and talk about his background and where he comes from and philosophy, all those kinds of things. So without further ado, welcome to Smoky Point, back to Smoky Point Distributing, Mr. Jeff Chubby Hillyer. How you doing, Chubby?
Not bad, Travis. How about you?
Good. Man, it's been quite the ride. You've seen quite the travels over the last few years, since I've joined with SPD, and it's been one role after another. So welcome back to SPD. Welcome back welcome to Arlington, I guess I should say.
Right. Thanks. Yeah, it's been said maybe I should just invest in a moving truck and buying houses.
A mobile home or well, no, you don't want to do that.
No.
Never mind. Anyway, so Chubby, you've had quite the background. You started off. Well, I guess let's go ahead and go back, I guess, to the beginning. What got you interested in trucking?
Well, where I come from in the cornfields of Ohio, right? Growing up, you really had about three paths to choose from. You could be a farmer, a coal miner, or a truck driver. And it didn't take me long to figure out that trucking was me, right? At about 8 years old, I knew that was my destiny. Grew up around a family of farmers and truckers. Started working when I was 12 years old. Had working on the farm, greasing my uncle's trucks on the weekends. Just that was my life, right? That was my destiny.
And how long? So you when you got into a truck, you were an owner operator. I know you were an owner operator here at SPD. When I guess we can go to there. I believe in time. So what originally brought you to SPD?
Well, you know what? Let's just back up a little bit more from that. So
okay.
Just to give the full background, right? I knew I wanted to be a trucker when I was a kid. When I was 16, I made a friendship with the local milk hauler and started riding around with him on the weekends. And by the time I was turned 16, he started teaching me how to drive, letting me drive his boss's trucks. And that was my introduction to driving. So then along came my 18th birthday. I skipped school, went and got my chauffeur's license. My dad would have liked to killed me.
I bet.
When he found that out, right? So then my milk hauler buddy, I got to be friends with his boss, and his boss gave me a job. So right out of high school, I went to hauling milk, and then by the time I turned 23, I purchased my own truck, my first truck, and worked local around Ohio for a while, hauling coal. And then about 2 years later, I think I decided to spread my wings and got into flatbedding. Been a flatbedder since. That's just flatbedder for life, right? So it was about 1991. I got my first introduction to trucking in the aircraft world, and stuck with that. Then I believe it was August of 2007. Fate brought me into Arlington, and I met the group here. Just got along great with the group here, and and the rest is history, right? As they say. 7 years ago. So yeah, we were owner operators for Smoky Point for about 7 years before Dan decided he wanted to put me in an office. Company bought my truck, and that's what led me to where we are today.
Right on. So you since you've come out of the truck, and actually even while you were in the truck, because I seem to recall when I first got here, you were kind of running the office and the truck at the same time. And if I remember right, the words out of your mouth were, "I can't continue to answer the customers' calls and try and drive the truck down the road all at the same time and manage the fleet of wing team crew," which you were also doing at the same, all at one time. You've had many different hats here. Why don't you talk about some of the relationships that you built customer wise down there in the Midwest, and how that has developed?
Yeah, so you're right, Travis. I mean, the whole wing program down there started off with one customer, with the pilot program for the Gulfstream G650, right? We started hauling those wings, Kim and I, the first ones, and we got to hauling about one a month while they were trying to certify that aircraft, and it just started growing until that became a steady job. And so we moved to Oklahoma, and that turned into a one-a-week job for us. And one day some folks came up to me in Savannah and started talking about the G5 program down at Triumph. So we got that going, and next thing you know, we added 3-4 more different programs. And as you said, I was fielding customer phone calls, dispatching trucks, troubleshooting, going down the road to the point where we had to make a decision. Are we going to continue trucking, or is this going to be an office job? Yeah.
I seem to recall a real funny conversation, about a funny story that you shared with me early on, and I think you and Dan, I think maybe it was Greg as well, Greg Hirsch, down there at I want to say it was Red Oak, but it was, I believe it was down there at Triumph, and the engineers and these engineers that had these grand plans on how they were going to ship these or build these fixtures on trailers, and in comes walking Chubby with his shirt, sleeves off, and no, you need to do this and this and this, and you kind of walk these engineers that have these big old college degrees, you kind of walked them around in circles and changed the whole freaking plan.
Yeah, I remember this story real well. So you heard this from Hirsch, because Hirsch said, yeah, these guys had all the plans in the world, and it worked out well until Chubby come in and took them to school. I don't know about that. I mean, it's a team effort, right? They know everything in the world about building aircraft, and their engineers they're by the book people. So what they needed was real world trucking input, right? And that's where it all came from. It's a team effort, right?
Yeah. Yep. So that so then okay, so you got out of the truck, you were kind of running everything out of your house, if I recall, down in Texas, and the opportunity, or the opportunity came up to move up to Wichita and kind of work on the culture and work there at the Wichita terminal. So how was that experience?
You know, that was a great experience. It was a learning experience for sure, and just what a great opportunity. The relationships that we built in Kansas, right, with a lot of folks that are still there. You know, Ty and Bridget and Ricky and Kurt was down there at the time. Uh, Getting to see all the drivers that come in there all the time and just talking and helping out with loads and tarping, and that was a great experience. Just that's where I learned that man, I've turned from a trucker into a guy that just loves helping the younger generation of truckers, right? And building relationships.
That and boy, this business is certainly about building relationships, and especially when it comes to relationships with our drivers. And I know that was pretty critical at the time to really solidify our culture there at the Wichita terminal. And I know you did a fantastic job in kind of rebuilding that terminal, and you know, both from an appearance level to just the people and the attitude and just the whole entire culture there at Wichita. So then we had this grand idea that SPD is going to buy a little company down south called Belmont Enterprises, and there was a need that came open down there at Belmont, and in comes Chubby.
Yeah, Belmont, man, what a shock for me, right? What a difference from all the oversized world, the over the road trucking to a local multi-axle specialized niche of hauling glass, right? Man, I've been a flatbed trucker for 30 some years, but I didn't know diddly about hauling glass, right? And they've sure brought it to my attention that I didn't know diddly about hauling glass. You know, and again, with the help of my wife, Kim, who, for those of you that don't know her, you're going to get a chance to meet her here when she moves up to Arlington with me. You know, we just went in and built the relationships and of course learned the business and improved quite a few processes. You know, brought a lot of pride into that little company and that little building. But again, I mean, I can't stress enough the relationships. We just lifelong relationships that we built down there, and we nurtured the career of several individuals down there, right? And man, we love them. We just love Belmont and the folks down there. And I promise you, everybody here, right, when you hear Belmont, you think SPD, because they are us, we are them. And the word family might be a little overused today, but it's true. We are family.
You know, I heard that quite a bit, actually, when I know you went back to Wichita for a little bit and then came back up to Belmont, and I heard that quite a bit from the staff members there at Belmont and the relationship. And you're 100%. You've mentioned it 3 times, I think, so far. Relationships are definitely everything, and you have 100% built some relationships that you know, help turn some people around or turn some careers around, right? And so nice work there. So that I guess that brings us to present day. And starting Monday this last week, you made the leap back over here to SPD.
Yeah, man. I mean, how exciting is this, right? Jumping into a world that I've kind of lost sight of for a year and a half, right? Where a year and a half ago, I was pretty enveloped in SPD operations and sales. I knew 95% of the drivers, work day to day with all the folks here in Arlington and the outlying terminals, and just the opportunity to come back. It was somewhere between exciting and a little nerve-wracking, but I'm going to say almost my first full weekend. It's been great. I've had warm welcomes and a lot of good interaction. I think we're getting off on the right foot, and I look forward to what this is going to turn into.
Well, and I think I heard it from you, maybe in an email, but this last year has been this last year, 2 years, year and a half has been extremely stressful on the business as a whole, SPD, the people around here, and I think I saw you. In one of your emails that you had sent out, it's time to get back to having some fun. It's okay to have fun at work, and it's time to get back to doing what we, what SPD was about.
Absolutely, right. The folks that know me, they know who I am, where I come from. I mean, let's face it, I'm a workaholic, right? I love working, but I love working because we can make work fun, right? I believe that you should be able to enjoy your day, right? You're not going to have fun every day. You're going to have stressful days,
Right.
but you need to take time to laugh with your coworkers, converse with them, just enjoy what you do. Drive to work in a good mood. Be happy you're going to work, not that I have to go to work thing, right? Just work together to try to make it a happy place, I guess.
Well, I have to tell you, Chubby, it's for me personally, having you here, having you just your presence and your knowledge, and it has been. I think I'm sure that people across the country could hear the collective sigh of relief that came out of me specifically, with the experience, the help, the leadership that you bring to are bringing to here, and I just for myself personally, thank you for making the journey back to SPD, and for your help in creating this team that we're creating here at SPD.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. I look forward to our future. I really think we're on the path. There's some adjustments that need made, but this is a strong company. It always has been. It's always been a good company where the people care, right? I've heard it just this week from some new drivers that were brought here from some senior drivers that told them, go to SPD. Those people care. They treat you well, right? And we just want to keep that going, make it stronger than it is today, and continue that for sure. I look forward to what lies ahead.
No, as do I. I think you know, the new journey that we are undertaking right now. It's exciting. I'm excited, and it hasn't been that way for a while, and so I'm look forward to it. Anything else that you would like to add for those that again that don't know you, don't know about your philosophy or work, you know, what you believe in and what you expect?
You know what I expect. I mean, I expect everybody to come to work, whether it's the office gang or the drivers. You know, I expect everybody to come to work and give it your all. Uh, you know, take pride in what you do, and just be courteous to others, give good customer service, and you know, be safe doing it.
It's the only thing we have to offer. It really is. I mean, it's the only thing, you know, all trucking companies have trucks, have drivers, right? The one thing that we can offer is our service. That is what that is the one thing that I guess could separates us from other trucking companies. Is the service that we provide, whether it's last mile service or over dimensional service, whatever it may be. That's what helps set us apart from other companies, and I know that's big in what you believe in, and servicing our customers and ensuring that our customers expectations are met at all times. And I know, you know, I've seen it. I've watched emails come from you at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, just to give an update on where something is at because somebody's tracking it all night long. That's what the customers expect, and I've watched you deliver it time and time again. So I'm excited. Welcome back to SPD, Chubby, and look forward to the next few weeks and things to come.
Right on. Well, thanks, Travis.